We are going to talk about the all aspects of the Laravel 13 changes, and we are going to completely cover these new features and new improvements. Stay with us. Laravel 13, the future of developer experience. A clean breakdown of Laravel 13 features, PHP 8.3 requirements, PHP attributes, queue improvements, cache performance, and upgrade planning. What is Laravel 13? Laravel 13 is the next major release of Laravel framework. It continues Laravel's physiology of thoughtful improvements, cleaner APIs, better type-driven configuration, stronger performance, and smoother developer workflow. The biggest idea about PHP attributes, that's the one is added right now. PHP attributes, we can use it in Laravel 13. Laravel 13 introduces PHP 8 attributes as an alternative way to configure Laravel components. This means many class properties can now be replaced with expressive metadata directly above the class. As you can see here, for example, we have a user model here. We can previously to defining, for example, our table fillables or hidden stuff, we must create this stuff here, as you can see, and define these variables in the class. But now we can use PHP attributes. We will see the usage of that in the next slide. Why we use PHP attributes? Because they are cleaner class definitions, better discoverability, modern PHP syntax, non-breaking change. Old property-based configuration still works. So you can use the previous method like what we typed here. Model configuration becomes cleaner. With Laravel 13, eloquent models can use attributes like table, hidden, and fillables. There are some attributes here that you can use in your Laravel application, for example, table, hidden, fillable, guarded, and other stuff. As you can see here, we can write the attributes like that. The table attribute is defined here, or the model's hidden property is password, and for example our fillable is defined like this, and we don't need to define them in the class body like the previous section. As you can see here, we defined all the stuff inside the class, but I think, and maybe you think, this is cleaner and better. Queue configuration directly on the class. Instead of hiding queue behavior inside multiple properties, Laravel 13 makes the job's runtime behavior readable at the top of the class. You can see some attributes here. We can the attributes is also affects this part, the queue part of the Laravel environment. We have some properties here, for example, the connection attribute, queue, tries, timeout, and max exceptions. You can use it like the models that we discussed in the previous section, and no need to define them inside the uh, class body and other stuff, and uh, make it cleaner and neater. Cleaner artisan command definition. Console commands can now define their signature and description using attributes. This keeps the command contract visible before reading the class body. It helps us to make it more readable command classes, less property noise, and modern PHP metadata style. As you can see, we are using two attributes here. for our send mail command, for example, the signature and the description. It's so neat, it's so clean, and at the first view, when developer wants to open and see this class, it's shining here and developer can see it immediately, and I think it's better at all. Another thing that is added to the Laravel 13 is cache touch that improves TTL updates. Before this, extending the cache items TTL usually required reading the value and then writing it again. That meant unnecessary data transfer. Redis can use a single expire command. Memcache can use touch. Database cache can use a single update. Returns true on success and false if the key does not exist. The sample code is also here. Cache touch and the key and the value. Extend TTL by seconds. You can extend TTL with the date time instance, for example, now plus add hours, 6 hours from now, extend indefinitely, and cache touch report cache and null. You can use all these methods and all these ways of defining cache touch and using this new behavior. Reverb and stateless broadcasting. Laravel Reverb Database Driver. Laravel 13 is expected to improve reverb scaling by allowing WebSocket connection state to be stored in a shared backend instead of only memory. This helps us to make it better horizontal scaling, more reliable load balance deployment, useful for real-time dashboards, chats, and notifications. Also about stateless broadcasting, Laravel Echo supports for stateless authentication, makes real-time features easier in mobile apps, APIs, and distributed front-end environments. Less dependency on session authentication, better API first architecture, cleaner mobile and SPA broadcasting. There is a note here. This matters most for production apps where one server is not enough. So we are talking about this. And in the next slide we are going to talk about Laravel version support overview. As you can see, we are covered the versions of Laravel from version 10 to 13 and PHP version support, release time, bug fixes time, and security fixes. As you can see, Laravel 13 requires PHP 8.3 at the minimum, and it can support up to PHP 8.5, which is the latest PHP version at the time we are recording the video. The release time of the Laravel 13 was the Q1 2023 2026, and bug fixes until Q3 2027, and security fixes until Q1 2028. If you want to upgrade your Laravel to Laravel 13, this part helps you to do it better. How to prepare for Laravel 13. Step 1. Upgrade your server and local environment to PHP 8.3 or newer, because we talked about that Laravel 13 needs PHP 8.3 at the minimum requirement of the PHP version. The next slide is talking about update dependencies and check package compatibility. So you should consider that. Run the test suite and fix deprecations before upgrading. Use tools like Laravel Shift to generate clean upgrade pull requests. Also, Laravel Shift can help you to generate clean upgrade pull requests, so you can use it. And there is a note here for us: not upgrade blindly. The safest upgrade is the one backed by tests. Laravel 13 in one sentence. Laravel 13 makes Laravel feel more modern, explicit, scalable, and performance saver. Cleaner code. PHP attributes reduce configuration noise and better performance. Cache touch avoids unnecessary value reads and writes. Production scaling, reverb, and broadcasting improvements help real-time apps grow. Finally, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more Laravel and PHP content. If you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to Code with Taha CWT channel for more backend development videos.